All right, so it looks like we got Rainmaker coming first, so they're going to go for that big weapon in the middle, and so if you don't have the weapon on you, do you still have the same mobility? It's just basically when you have the Rainmaker in your possession.
So your base weapon has a certain speed to it. Once you picked up that Rainmaker, you do go a little bit slower. And you do see these big green have gone to the top, a couple of trades. We're seeing maybe an indecisive start here.
You typically see a lot of similar team compositions, like you'll see a roller and then what looks like a sort of more standing as well, or does it vary depending on the map?
All right, hang on. I'm just going to cut you off because we're seeing a great push coming from the Rainmaker on the right side. Unfortunately, cut off by Marsh. In terms of team comps, actually I think one thing that teams think about a lot is actually special comps. Okay. If you're comfortable with a main weapon, you can sort of flex it around. Each weapon has a set of subs and specials. So if you just sort of do composition around specials, then you can do a lot. Every weapon has so many. We do see Elhot pushes out on the right there. They do manage to set us up to 3, don't take a lead.
Got it. So it looks like a couple members.
Oh, and a slashdown coming in. Great pop. So Timmy grabs that Rainmaker, doesn't manage to get the lead.
So I like the way the green team is positioning the defense. It looks like, at least for the most part, Orange has been on the aggressive. But now Science picks up the Rainmaker, looking to get around on the right side. Going, oh, I love that you can go up like the. This game is sick.
So that Rainmaker, a little bit of a dangerous push there, because if you get the ladders from in the Rainmaker, you end up at the start of the ink round. And that is our left and right bottom there. Fortunately, Science able to jump out of the rail inside.
I love it.
An ink coming out, gets taken out immediately. Timmy inking up a path so that later when the team wants to come in, they've got a path all the way up to the podium. This is a big booyah bomb coming in the middle.
Yeah, I like this. You can see both members of different teams not engaging the Rainmaker right away. They're trying to find a position to get. Like, I like this flank that Elhat's looking for. Again, as you mentioned, clearing a path.
Yeah, and I think that's something that so far just Halibut's been doing a great job of. They're keeping Team IMA thinking at all times, where's the next push going to come from? And they've got their options open. Okay, Marsh looking out with that Octobus. They're getting a couple of picks. And once again, trying to...
Oh, I love that. Just had a pin against the wall. Nowhere to go. Marsh doing a great job. But
oh, Echet and Octobus together doing a good job. Fuchsia not splatting the Dynamo yet, but does get the pop.
Oh,
and that's
the
good.
double!
And we've got a jumper coming in now. And gets taken out by the Rainmaker. Great work there by Fuchsia. So Team IMA in a position now to maybe push.
I like it. So if you splat just the bottom, you get that whole access to jump up. That was good stuff by Phillips. But again, just a huge push happening.
Goes through the block off this push here, but there is good pressure now. Pressure coming up, ink armor for Timon. Fuchsia making the push, and there's a couple of plays.
Oh,
not
flank
enough.
from behind. Marsh, good stuff coming out. Just really surprising Fuchsia. And again, trying to clear out some of this green. Clear a little bit of the path as they do have the Rainmaker.
Very vulnerable with a couple of jumps there, but able to, I think, at least one to get away with jumps. So it's often pretty scary being underneath an Octobus when you're trying to jump in, but they got away with it in that case.
All right, Elhot.
Okay, I think we're looking at maybe, no, okay, we go around. We're going to take completely different approach.
Oh,
and
so close! Yeah.
Here comes the splashdown, and oh, okay, so 2 plays down on each team. Yoko's moving in with that Octobrush and looking to get that Rainmaker open again. Fortunately for Team IMA, Rainmaker's down low. They don't have to worry quite yet about that lead, but here comes the jump. Oh, the tie! Okay, so we just saw one of the unique things about Rainmaker. When the first team to set the best score will get to stay in the lead if it happens to be a tie. And we did see that just for Halibut pushed to that 37, and then IMA blocked them off. They get knocked back to 38.
Got it. So we have under a minute left here. A very slight lead just for the Halibut.
You see Zone 8 just trying to zone out things here. And there is not very contested here. Again on that lip. Pretty much that same level score. I reckon we might see a Booyah Bomb come out to try and defend that soon. No, okay, so the Pro goes down. Unfortunately, no Booyah Bomb coming. Green is trying to get the pop, but not able to get it in time to punish the super jumpers in. Yoko gets a good splat with the Rainmaker and some support from Fuchsia, and they're going to push forward. They do not want it in that vulnerable spot.
All right, 17 seconds left.
So So right now, team just for the Halibut maybe thinking about their overtime push. They do need to have the Rainmaker in their hands at this point, and they do have it. They're pushing forward, looking out for those flat bombs. Okay, Inkjet coming up on the left side. IMA are down 2 players, so this is looking pretty positive for Halibut at the moment. We do see Yoko coming out with that Octo Brush punishing, and on the side, Fuchsia and Sides together managing to get the splat. So that was an insanely close game.
Wow.
We literally saw the tie.
Wow, 63 to 62.
Yeah, exactly. So as we said, it was on the tie, and unfortunately, the
Wow. How about this? My
just not
first.
able to overtake.
Yeah, my first ever Splatoon game, and it ends up being a tie. That. What
Well,
luck, man.
Fortunately, the game has decided, it's not a literal tie. I mean, we had the points there, but the team that set the tie first, the points first, have been awarded the win. So that's game 1 going to Team IMA. Insanely close game. We're heading to Splat Zones on Manta Maria. So as I said, Splat Zones is a King of the Hill mode. There will be, in this map, there will be 2 zones. Sometimes there's only 1. And when a team has possession of both, their counter will start going down. The other team can halt the counter by neutralizing one or both of the zones. And if they cap both of them, they can set a penalty. So the penalty is usually about, I think it's 3/4 of the points that you've ticked down until then. And it gives you a little bit of buffer maybe. If the points are looking a bit dicey, then you've got some buffer. So Splat Zones, Manta Maria. I'd be interested to see maybe if that Dynamo comes out again. I feel like the Kenta Pros with that Booyah Bomb will be quite good at controlling area as well. But who knows what they're going to bring.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you see in our 5, if we even get that far, it looks like we're going to do Splat Zones twice, Rainmaker twice, Tower Control once. So is the way that is it sort of random in terms of what map and what of the 4 ranked modes that you get in a best of 5?
So prior to the tournament, all of the maps were published. They were manually selected.
Okay.
And I think we have a limited pool of about 14 maps out of the games. Oh, hang on. AC says 10.
10.
Okay.
Got it.
10 maps out of the game has 23, I think. So we're seeing a limited selection. And in this set, we're not going to see a Clan Blitz. It's all down to the initial 3 modes that we have.
Got it.
Splatoon, that we've been playing all the way back since Splatoon 1. We do see Team IMA have actually a pretty set loadout. Pretty much every single game, yesterday and today, we've seen them bring a variation on Tri-Swapper, Pro, Octobrush, and Junior. Sometimes they have different variations of those, but it is always those same 4 main weapons.
Got it. All right, so it looks like an early control lead for the Halibut. They've already got down to 80.
And they're pushing out forward, forcing Team IMA to think about clearing them out before going back to the zones to even neutralize. There's great momentum currently for just for the Halibut, and Team IMA coming in with some specials. They're going to try and claim those zones.
Yeah, still nothing, though. There you go. Finally get one of the zones, but it's still half and half. It's definitely within realm. But now it looks like Team IMA, they were really close. There you go. Gets control for the first time.
And these are super bubbles here, just popping them to claim the turf.
All right. You can see a little bit as Yoko just hanging out on the void. Look at that. I like the positioning. Just waiting right there until seeing. Yep, there you go. Gets a splat.
Good patient play because the other player obviously knew they were there. They just had to do the dance, basically. Timmy looking to neutralize his zone, does manage to get it, and using the Ink Brush's great speed, getting away. And unfortunately not able to go up bunker. It's pretty dangerous climbing a wall when someone's got you in their sights.
And a lot of these are setting up for trades. You can see that both teams are positioning to put one person in, like trying to get control in the zone. It just ends up being these skirmishes. And right now, still really even. Neither team has a full control of either zone. Finally, Team IMA gets one of them.
Yeah, so IMA is in a good position here. They can get the double cap, and they're going to be ticking down quite nicely. Whereas just for the Halibut, while they have the lead, they do have that penalty to go through before they can improve it. So Timmy here getting the tap, but we did see that There's penalties for both teams now. Oh, Splashdown comes and neutralizes all of those bubbles. So just for Halibut back in the control again. There's some fire, I think, coming down from the yellow bunker. But Timmy's not deterred. Going out left.
Yeah.
Oh, Marsh and Science. Oh, the great play there. Unfortunately, Marsh trapped in between a couple of players. So Team IMA moving back in now with the specials.
They're down to
Yeah,
Ignite.
Squid for Squid, Splashdown, and the zones are just... Look, what unfortunately happened there, I think we did see a couple of Squids get splattered in the zones. And I said Squid before checking whether people were playing Squids off the lanes. That's not a catch-all anymore.
So looking really good for just the Halibut. They've
Here
worked.
we go, another trade. So that's Slosher getting, I think, that 2-hit kill. We've got Zonic looking out to just control the return of players into the middle. Okay.
Oh, and a long distance splat getting jolts. And this
Yeah,
is big.
so
Team IMA now has worked through their penalty, and they are slowly bringing this back.
Ooh, watch out for that splashdown. Zonic doing a good job of just positioning in that wall, but not able to avoid L-Hot. Okay, so Team IMA is still ticking down, but just for Halibut in a good position to settle penalty.
And here comes
I'm
Zonic
hearing
back
some don't
in.
jump
Wow.
from, I think over from Team IMA, they were trying to coordinate. I heard don't jump, but unfortunately it was already committed.
Yep.
So I'm landing right in unfriendly fire.
Man, I'm sorry for our viewers at home too that can't see the player expressions. This is killing me. They are so into this. You see Jolt's just waiting.
Oh, and look, we're getting close to an overtake. Okay, just for the Halibut, really looking right now to deny it, and they do set the penalty. Team IMA down to only one player with less than a minute left.
You heard a huge scream of excitement from here in the venue. It is electric here as Halibut is trying to tie this up 1-1. But Team IMA not done yet. They're trying to push in. Only 39 seconds left on the clock.
Yep. Okay, so we got some specials. Rain's coming out. We're going to see bubbles soon, and maybe even an inkjet. They're getting charged.
I like the position.
And here comes the double cap. Okay, so they've got it. These ticks are slightly faster than a second, and they are going to tick down pretty quickly if you position bat. Like, as a defending team, they can go away very quickly. So L-Hot doesn't manage to get the Ink Storm out. Team IMA not in control of both points and making some risky jumps in because they really need to get this double cap. They do manage to get a cap, and I think they denied a splashdown, so they're looking in a really interesting position here. Here we go into overtime. The team that was previously behind gets a chance, final chance, to set a lead, and it's looking very good for Team IMA.
Yeah, wow.
There it goes. There's the overtake.
Gonna say they're just whittling down the resources. The players left for the Halibut, and now a 2-0 lead for Team IMA.
That was really close. That splashdown on Halibut's side could have denied overtime, but they were able to shut down the splashdowning player. They got the cap. They got the overtake.
There you go. All right, so now just for the Halibut with their backs against the wall, this is gonna be it. It's either
I think actually a player may have dropped out. I did see there were only 8 players in the lobby there. Okay, I just heard the news. There was a bit of excitement near the consoles, so there was a little bit of jostling.
We had a player get so excited that they slammed the table and it accidentally disconnected a switch.
I did see a moment mid-game. Did that happen mid-game? Near the very end. I did see a little bit where the players looked a bit like whether they should stop playing, but it was definitely way too late in the game to pause proceedings.
That's like the equivalent of like you yank your controller out, Bailey, you're just done. That is so unfortunate for the Halibut. And I mean, Team IMA will take it to the bank. A 2-0 lead is a 2-0 lead.
Okay, just for the Halibut needs to do the reverse sweep here. We are heading to tower control on Muscle Forge Fitness.
So typically with tower control, do you see even more concentrated play right around the tower? Because if one team controls it, it starts moving, right?
That's right. You just need to have one person with their feet on the tower for it to move. If you've got multiple people on, that only helps to break through the checkpoints. So throughout this map, there will be 3 checkpoints. And when the tower reaches that, it will pause, but it will still tick down points. When one team denies a push there, the checkpoint will slowly recover. So the next time you get up to the checkpoint, you might need to wait there again. You won't be earning points even though it's still and you're moving through it. If you eventually bust through the checkpoint, next time you might have to push the tower. You don't have to wait there anymore. As far as where players are going to be positioned, you might actually see quite a bit of backlining on this because there's a special called the Stingray that is very powerful for denying tower control pushes.
Got it.
And it's basically just, no, you cannot stand on the tower. So you might see some backliners here dedicated to charging Stingray. They don't, if they want to deny overtime or if they want to, oh, and we do see a change from Team IMA. I think their loadout has changed. Oh, no. Yes,
I wish I knew what
Jet
some of these
Squelcher.
symbols meant, but
We've got a Jet Squelcher. They have decided to opt for a Stingray. So where we've previously seen that player bring a Pro, we're now seeing that Jet. And Team IMA making the first push on that tower.
All right, so Fuchsia trying to clear a little bit of a path again, but gets splatted.
And we've got Elhot taken out by Yoko there. Yoko providing a jump point for a teammate, but it's looking very hot here. Yoko pulling out that Inkjet.
And I like what Yoko did right there, too. They were just sitting in the ink on the tower and then immediately backed up, got in the Inkjet, and again, right back in there, just slowly but surely making progress on this as Team IMA is trying to close this set out. With
so IMA's pulled out a couple of specials, Bubbles and Armor, providing great cover here. And Just for the Halibut are on the back foot here. They've got a couple of flanks in progress. Can they pull them off? Okay, Just for the Halibut coming back in. Team IMA down 3 players, and it's only I was going to say Stingray, but it's actually a Jet Squelcher. But they do have that Stingray charge. The Stingray weapon, you know.
Oh!
I think the crowd appreciates my gaff there. Timmy, unfortunately, not able to get feet on the tower for very long. We do see trade, and Just for the Halibut down 3 players. Yoko taking claim of the tower. Yoko pulling out that Inkjet, and we do see they're trying to work out where Just for the Halibut are coming back in. There is a fair bit of green. Yeah. Ooh. So Yoko had shot left initially, and nothing seemed to come of it. And then suddenly something comes out from behind those lockers and says, "No, you can't have the tower." So they had the right instincts, but they didn't find the mark. Here, Jet Squelcher versus. I think that's a Pro, and we do see the Pro does get away, and a couple of players now down for Just for the Halibut.
Oh, yeah, Just for the Halibut, sorry, yeah.
Yep, so the screens up top, they do swap as the game progresses when we're spectating.
It threw me off.
When we're spectating a blue player, we'll see the blue on the left. When we're spectating a green player, we'll see green on the left. So Yoko moving back in again, and unfortunately, I think for Team Just for the Halibut, that Booyah Bomb not able to open anything up, but Marsh coming in now.
I like that trade setup. You almost saw that Team IMA was willing to give up their first player in order to bait Just the Halibut for coming in, and then they just punished.
It's looking quite green now. So Just the Halibut in a good position, getting a couple of feet on the tower, but here comes that Stingray that we talked about.
That looks pretty good. in my professional opinion, that Stingray looks pretty darn good.
It's very powerful for shutting down a push, and we did see the player from spawn pulling it out. They're quite protected. Yoko getting a couple of spots, and we did hear a definite jubilant cry from that. And like that, Team IMA have turned around the momentum of this match.
Yeah, it looked like Halibut was, it was close, right? We saw 76-67, but then Team IMA has pretty much pushed it almost all the way back to even. And it's going to take another coordinated effort by Just for the Halibut to try and get this back. They're working from a deficit again, and now Elhot trying to clear his path, but there's a one-on-one battle.
Ooh.
And Elhot comes out on top.
Yeah, so teammate coming there to save Elhot from that 1v1, making it an advantageous 2v1. And we do see it's 4v3. It's looking pretty blue out there, I think. It's not decided yet. Okay, here comes some jumps. Fuchsia looking to punish that jump, but in comes the torpedoes as assists, and we're going to need to get a couple of sloshes onto that player. They do manage to get away, so coming to cut off the progress of the tower instead.
So if no one is on the tower, does it start to gravitate back towards the middle of the map?
There will be a little bit of time where it stays stationary, but then you'll hear it time out, and then it will go back.
Got it.
It will go gray icon as well, up middle. And for teams that are trying to, now we're thinking about maybe what's this position here? We've got lots of green. We just need to break through this checkpoint and get it just a little bit further. Here we go. So Team Just for the Halibut needs 4 points.
And they get it past the checkpoint.
Here we go. That's the lead to Just for the Halibut, and it is a wipe. So Team IMA not in position to move back in yet. They've made it to the second checkpoint, and we do see that jump making it onto the tower. So they might even be able to break the second checkpoint here.
Yeah, 1 second left. They do break the second checkpoint, so this is looking like a Just for the Halibut strong lead.
Yeah, they've completely caught Team IMA on the platform here. Fuchsia moving into the middle, but really they need to get that turf control, and they must have a player on the tower in order to gain overtime.
Right, so it looks like they do have someone on the tower. It is moving. And we are now in overtime. Team IMA cannot relinquish control of the tower. That's a splat.
So Science needs to get on there, but out comes the Stingray and
that's it.
The Booyah Bomb as well. So just complete area denial. So that is game 3 goes to Just for the Halibut. They are back in this set.
And I'm so sorry that I have to leave in the middle of a set, but I am contractually obligated to go commentate Melee. But this is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to try. This is super fun. This game is nuts.
Yeah.
So
well, thank you so much, Fendi. It's
Yeah.
been really exciting commentating with you. And it's actually quite fun going through some of the fundamentals and basics of Splatoon, looking at it from that perspective. And because every player needs to know and understand these rules, it is actually surprising how much you can play Splatoon and some of it will go over your head. But explaining it all again is like, oh yeah, these are really important fundamentals to remember. So it's been really awesome being on the casting desk with you.
Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Obviously, we're in the middle of a tight set, and there's going to be great Splatoon, so stick around. We're going to get my replacement in just a second. But thank you so much for dealing with my complete inexperience.
No, it's been
I
great.
had fun, and hopefully we'll do it again
You've been awesome
sometime.
on the mic. So thank you, Fendi. Good luck commentating Melee. And you can watch Melee over on one of the other amazing EGTV streams, but you shouldn't. You should stay here. This is a really hype set. Stay here. Watch the rest of it. Thank you, Fendi.
Hey there, y'all. It's Marsh here.
And I'm now joined on the mic by Marsh, who was just doing camera controls for the last set, right?
With the power of AutoCam, I get to be extra lazy. So
AutoCam is there for Clan Blitz. It's when you're like, which basket? Oh, AutoCam, save me.
Exactly.
Yep.
AutoCam helps catch a lot of things that you normally miss, but occasionally it decides that, that person coming from spawn is clearly the most interesting thing.
I actually like how much AutoCam really wants to watch people going off the edge. It will always swap to them just as they fall off.
I mean, it's pretty funny, so they know it's up.
There's no escaping it. AutoCam knows you're there. All right, and we are heading game 4, Rainmaker, Mako Mart. I think Team IMA are probably going to fall back on their previous loadout. We're probably going to see that pro come back in. What is Just for the Halibut going to bring?
I know for a fact that we're going to see some object shooter dapples from LHOT.
Oh, yep.
I believe Rainmakers are best mode. Not sure.
Yep.
That first match was incredibly close, though, so
yeah,
hard to say.
It was really indecisive. Team IMA just didn't really let them get in when they were only aiming to just slightly beat out the 37.
I think part of their issue is going left the entire time because IMA's brushes, I don't remember how many they had.
Octobrush. They had one Octobrush.
They had one brush.
Yeah.
It was enough to shut it down. Going right might have been a safer pick. But with Mako Mart, I think it's a much more balanced stage overall for both teams. So we should see a equally close game.
Alrighty. So Team IMA looking to win this game, proceed through losers bracket. Just for Halibut, trying to stay in this tournament.
They can get that reverse sweep. Well, I don't have 9
That's what we come to lands for those hype reverse sweeps. And of course, Team IMA's experience with the reverse sweep because they carried one out yesterday.
Oh, you're right, they did. That was pretty exciting. So, can't wait.
So, they sort of know the mindset of their opponents now. They just got to shut it down. And in we go. See
if Just for the Halibut can pull it off. All right.
Yep. Not predictable, but reliable as always. Team IMA bringing that solid lineup.
And
whereas Just for the Halibut bringing in that Dynamo brush, we do see that Dapples, as you said, and Ink Brush.
All right, so let's get into this.
Okay,
already 3 down. A wipe in the first 15 seconds.
Team IMA are not at all ready to let this set go. They are going to move in super aggressively. Science looking to set as good a lead as possible. And now Just for the Halibut has to spend 4.5 minutes thinking about how to break back in.
And no, purple team already down again.
Oh, Yoko's great inkjet pulling off another splat there. And look, even though Team IMA were down a couple of players, they've got a little bit of anchorage here.
Yeah, they played that perfectly, holding off for as long as they could. Now,
And
Yoko Sharky here is probably going to try
we are seeing
to...
the Shark here, but they are going for the reset. So Rainmaker goes back to the middle of the map.
If Just for the Halibut needs to get mid back, or else this is not going to happen.
Yep. Marsh making a wise jump out, and we do see that pop is probably going to go to Team IMA here.
And one down on Just for the Halibut, so they're going to have a nice time, especially since Apple's down. And there's that Booyah Bomb. Cleans out the area. No kills,
Not
though.
getting the splat, though. And we do see, I think, Dynamo in position to just fling Ink over the top and does activate their Ink armor. And now it is just the Rainmaker, all on their own, not able to progress that push any further.
Yeah, Just for the Halibut cleaned them up real nicely there.
So the counter, the disadvantage of setting such a good lead early on is that Just for the Halibut get 4.5 minutes. They know where they stand. They know what score they need to set. And maybe they can reset their mindset and move back in. So Elcott here with that Rainmaker looking to pick off the play here.
They have a good chance here. They just wiped, or got a couple down.
Oh, this dance here. Predicting that the bucket was going to try and slosh over them, trying to get behind them. Unfortunately, there was just too much purple in the area.
Oh, this might be something.
Great splat bomb.
4 up, though, on Team IMA, so
Yep.
I don't know if anything's going to happen here. And they got armor off. This is going to be they're going to take mid back here.
Okay, so Timmy with that splashdown ready, looking to just deny the players from Team M coming back in, but Fuchsia down, Zonic moving forward a little bit. Just needs to find a good vantage point to take out that Rainmaker because he's got the range.
Here we go. They got the armor too.
Okay, not.
And they got it. That was some
great
shots.
over the top of the stack.
Fall off, nice and successful there. Looks like Just for Halibut's going to have to get mid back here. And
Science grabbing the Rainmaker. Unfortunately, there is that Dynamo and Ink Rush combo denying that push.
They've been cleaning things up this whole match. But
Yeah.
not enough to get the
Team
lead.
IMA were briefly down 3 players. So Yoko last one up, but they do have the special ready. They've activated it. They're in middle, trying to deny that Rainmaker.
Looks like they have a safe path left, but they're going to choose to go right. Interesting choice when all 4 players are up.
Yeah, especially with Team IMA coming back out of spawn here.
Oh, a great kill.
Great splat from that Dynamo.
All right, here they go. Here's the push.
This might be...
Oh, shut down. They didn't.
Okay, but Armor comes out, and they've still got 3 players, so like it's not a complete shutdown here. It's
Timmy
getting the...
one. Getting 2?
Oh, yes.
Can they get the 3?
And just needs to pick off Yoko before they get it back in
Let's
mid.
go. One more. They got it.
Last one up, and they do have them in their sights, but that's not going to provide the anchoring back for Team Just for the Halibut to get in. Come on, show us that Rainmaker.
Ooh, 1v4.
Oh, yes,
not looking
it's
so
not
hot.
good. So, Timmy doing a great job there of holding off Team IMA, but it just wasn't enough. The team wasn't quite there in time.
I'm very impressed with his Ink Rush gameplay this entire
Sonic now
match.
throwing their Booyah Bomb on this.
Getting the Dynamo there.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get one more.
What,
2?
Great splat. And now looking, they know that the Auto Bomb owner is down there. It's
they
probably
jumped out.
Octobrush gets away.
Yeah. All right. Just for the Halibut has control mid here, so they have a chance. They got 1 down. They have their rain off and armor, but looks like that's going to help them clean up Just for the Halibut here. Oh.
So Dynamo can't really deal with armored enemy in that range. It's just...
And the Dynamo just got their armor, so Just for the Halibut is probably... Just for the Halibut's going to have their armor for the final push at least.
Yeah, so they should come out of spawn and charge it up pretty quickly.
All right. Just for the Halibut, down 1 right now. They need everyone up, and they're going to need quite a few specials to bring this back. There's the first armor. I think that's a bit early, though.
Okay, Jolt's managing to get up on that platform, but not away from
this
the
Booyah Bomb
throw, and that
protecting.
Booyah Bomb is going to deny any opportunity to take Sonic out there, and managing to deny the pop, and it's like three down,
GG's here.
And I think Team IMA is just saying no. That's it.
That's it.
Great set.
Yeah, the double brush and Dynamo just wasn't enough to beat him out. In that early lead, it's once you get in a defensive position on this map, it's hard to come back.
They definitely had that confidence for the whole set. They equally just
21 kills
that's
from
insane.
Zoink. That is incredible.
Yeah. So just for Halibut knew what score they needed to beat, Team IMA were very comfortable to defend it. 14, yeah, we're happy.
Yeah.
We can hold that off. And already we are ready
for our next match.
Teams trading hugs and handshakes. Great sportsmanship.
That's what I like to see in the Splatoon community.
Yeah. I think I was too busy laughing after we finished our set to give handshakes to, who do we play? Dungeon. I've forgotten their name now. That's even worse. That's even worse than not handshaking them.
Oh, well.
Dredgelords, that's it. Yeah, unfortunately, after, well, I don't know whether it's unfortunately, Slug went to the menu and was memeing. He's like, okay, I'm ready to delete Splatoon.
Yeah,
And he deleted it.
I mean, truly finished the game this tournament.
So I don't know, maybe his Splatoon career is over.
Yeah.
I don't think you get to keep your Splatoon save if you do that.
No, I believe it archives it.
Okay, we'll see.
All right.
I don't know whether he hit archive or delete.
Oh.
Let's pray for Slug.